Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new series that I'm gonna be doing. This is called the. What did I call this? Well, I'm gonna start with the history of One Piece, and I'm gonna take you down on a quick road into One Piece events, so you don't have to watch 900 episodes of things in order to be caught up with the lore. I do recommend you get straight to the content. This is just a stream based version of what One Piece the story is, anyways. And I'll be doing like other videos besides history, more in depth shit. But let's get down to it, to the first episode. This is Romance Dawn. So we start some random pirate ship is docked in some town. This is where our story begins. This is where One Piece the story begins. There's some kid who's like on the top of I don't want to say, it's not the mast. It's somewhere where he can get a lot of attention from everyone else on the crew. And he says, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it." And he's like holding a knife. He's waving a knife around. And he's like, "I'm gonna fucking do it." And then he just stabs himself, all right, underneath the eye. I think it's this eye actually. And everyone in the fucking the crew is like, "Ah, you're not gonna do it. You're a punk ass bitch." And he does it, and everyone started freaking out. I was like, and then if you're reading it from afar, like, I mean, he said he was gonna do it, and he's a kid. Then we make a cut to some pub, some bar, and it's the same pirate crew just celebrating, just having a fun time, having a party. And then we get to the introduction to our first character, really. His name is Red Hair Shanks. Now, he's not the main character of this story. The main character of the story is the kid that cut his eye. His name is Monkey D. Luffy. For all we know, at this point in the story, Shanks is just some random-ass pirate that's just docked in this town. And Luffy, a resident of this island, has grown very fond of Shanks. And he wants to go set out to sea with him, so he wanted to prove himself to be a man and ready for the sea. And Shanks was like, "No, you can't be a pirate. You don't even know how to swim." It's kind of like shitty because, we're surrounded by water at all times. And Luffy's like, "I don't care. I'm a man. I want to be a pirate." And Shanks makes fun of him. He's like, "Oh, you're a man, huh? Here, drink some juice." And then Luffy gets all fucking excited and hyped for juice, and he starts chugging it. And then Shanks laughs at him and is like, "Ah, you're still a kid." With all the shenanigans going around, Higuma, some randy ass dude, kicks in the door of the bar. He kicks it in like cinematic stuff. He kicks it in, and then he comes in. He wants He wants some drinks for him and his bandit crew. And Makino, the bar tender, I don't know if she's the owner or not, but she might be, I don't know. She was like, "Oh, all of our drinks have already been bought out." And it was Shanks' crew that bought out all the drinks. And Shanks is like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Here, take this bottle of booze for your troubles. I didn't mean to, just disturb your fun time." And Higuma is disgusted at this fact, and he believe he splashes either he breaks the bottle over Shanks' head. No, he doesn't do that, but he splashes the drink in Shanks' face, and he's trying to be a tough guy. He's like, "Look my bounty. It's 8 million berry," and Shanks, what he does nothing, and then Higuma calls him a coward, pretty much, and then leaves the bar because he says they're not worth his time. And afterwards, at this point, everything was silent, like dead silent. You could hear a needle drop. And what happens is that as soon as Higuma leaves, Shanks and the rest of the crew start cackling, laughing, like like that kind of laugh. Like, it was a great laugh. Luffy, behind the scenes during this whole interaction, has been eating this weird fruit. She's after he's done, he says, after they're laughing, he's like, "Why are you guys laughing? You guys should be fighting. You guys call yourselves pirates? You guys call yourself men?" And he's just a little boy, dude. And he starts getting pissed off. he tries to walk out, and Shanks is trying to stop him. He's like, hey, come on, coming out with us. And his arm stretches. And then we find out what Luffy had ate is something called a devil fruit, which I'll do a whole nother fucking thing about devil fruits too. But in short, like very short, it's a fruit that gives you the power of a devil. However, and Shanks says this, you will sink to the bottom of the sea. You will no longer be able or even learn how to swim. And Luffy gets, like, shocked at this. So, that's all done. I think, like, a day later or so, maybe later in the day, I don't even know. Luffy, he confronts Higuma, and he says, hey, don't make fun of my friend Shanks. He's a cool guy. Like, he's like a little kid trying to, you know, man up to a bully. Don't make fun of Shanks. And then Higuma is like, where's this little kid? What the fuck? Higuma assaults Luffy in some way. All of a sudden, like, before it gets, like, too serious, before, like, they actually, like, really fuck this kid up, Shanks comes in and says, I know, spilled wine, whatever, I don't care. I can splash on my face, you can call me names, you can do all this other kind of shit. You fuck with my friends, I will fuck you up. And here we go with the power of friendship and shit. And, one of Higuma's dudes is about to, like, shoot this gun, and then all of a sudden he's dead. The Shanks crew starts wrecking shop. Higuma's like, oh, fuck this shit. And he throws a smoke bomb, ninja style. And he's gone. He vanishes. And Shanks is like, fuck, where's Luffy? So he runs, he finally finds Luffy. Higuma has him ransomed, and he's on a boat in the middle of the sea. And Higuma knows that Luffy just ate a devil fruit because I think at some point Luffy tried to attack Higuma with his rubber abilities, or he figured it out by stretching him. And he was like, I was like, oh, you can't swim, bitch. He drops Luffy into the ocean to sink, and Shanks is swimming after him. This monster, this sea monster known as they're called Sea Kings. He comes out, eyes set to kill, like that band. I love that band. He's about to chomp on Luffy, and all of a sudden, Shanks is there with you know, seemingly nothing. He glares at the Sea King, and the Sea King fucks off, like he doesn't want to fuck with him. And Luffy's crying, banging on Shanks' chest, or stomach, or abs. I don't remember how short he was. He's like saying to Luffy, he's like, don't cry, men don't cry, or pirates don't cry, something like that. And Luffy's pounding on his chest, sobbing out, and he just says, but your arm. And Shanks is revealed to have a missing arm after that incident. And then we go on to the next scene. Shanks is about to depart on his next voyage. Luffy tells Shanks, despite him not being able to swim at all anymore, he's still going to make a pirate crew stronger than Shanks' pirate crew. And Shanks is like, oh, you're going to do that, huh? Oh, we got big boy pants now, huh? And then, so what Shanks does is that he takes off his straw hat, which he was introduced with, and he puts it on Luffy's head, and he's like, alright, how about this? So, he says something, this hat is very important to me. And he says, someday, return this hat to me when you have gathered a strong enough crew. And until then, we cannot meet. Ever. That's our promise. And then Shanks departs on his next voyage. With Luffy still crying, because Luffy's a crybaby as a kid. And then, 10 years later, we see Luffy setting sail on a small rowboat. The sea monster, the Sea King, comes back. He rises back up again. He glares at Luffy. He's about to chomp his ass. And then Luffy does his signature move, the Gum Gum pistol, stretches his arm, boom, punches the Sea King straight in the face. Sea King gets knocked out, and then he makes a declaration before setting off. He says, I'm gonna be king of the pirates! And that is Romance Dawn. If you liked this type-esque video, go ahead and leave like, comment, subscribe. Make some suggestions in the comments if you'd like. Stay tuned for more because I'd like to do more of these, and spread it out. You know, if your friend does not, if you want your friend to really get into the world of One Piece without having to consume all that content, you know, just let them know I'm here. Hey. And make sure you click that notification bell to get new notifications of when this series is going to be up again. All right, thank you for tuning in. All right. Okay, bye!